Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, fireball over Louisiana. And it looks like maybe this debris cloud's starting to come in. As debris is seen, fireball over Louisiana. They've actually got some video of it. And as this is starting, this cloud, it's quite large apparently. We're going to be continuing to watch the reports coming in as Mike around the world, of course, has access to even more vital information and some of the actual photographs from all the different, there's all kinds of observatories out there. There's NASA, there's the European Space Agency, there's the International Space Agency. There's quite a few probes out there, out in space, and the SOHO arm and all the other ones. So we're going to see what all's going on. But this one was caught. It was caught on camera over Louisiana. Fireball debris starting to fall. The cloud. What about the dust? What about the iron oxide? What about the fireballs that could cause wildfires in different locations of the earth? We're continuing to keep an eye on all of this. Are you serious? And we have other very pressing news to discuss with you as well. Are you serious? Something biblical is going on, folks, with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I've got more info also to share with you tonight. Just coming in, I want to thank Agent RC. I want to thank Heidi for getting this information as well. But let me put a shout out real fast for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. I don't know about you, but during the lockdown, a lot of people started doing a lot of things differently. Their old life of, that daily office commute just isn't happening now. And a lot of folks saying they don't miss the drive anyway. But when talking to a lot of people on Zoom and maybe FaceTime and Skype, they feel the same way about a lot of things. And they've been recommending some new apps and TV programs and other ways of making life better. Not just for now, but on an ongoing basis. If you've seen the returns on the stock market since the beginning of the year, since the virus hit, it's very clear, folks, that the old ways aren't working too well. The Fed is having to prop up the returns. It's pumped trillions, and I mean trillions, of dollars into the system to try and avoid what looks like an inevitable collapse. You can't have a 20% unemployment rate. That's 26 million jobs lost without massive fallout. You can't spend trillions of dollars bailing out businesses without consequences. So we have to secure a way to guard our wealth, our savings, and our investments. Gold, silver, palladium, platinum, these are all precious metals, have all proven to be safe haven instruments. It is the only investment with appreciation value during economic collapse. If you're interested in securing your wealth, call noblegoldinvestments.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com. Put the thumbs up, guys, or pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you. All right? Oh, yes. Well, let me tell you what else is going on, guys. Seriously. Fireball over the skies in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Also reports in other portions of Louisiana. And it looks like this debris field, this cloud is starting to come in. Now, Mike from the World said we've got to keep a close eye on it all the way from May 11th through May 15th. But boy, I'm wondering about the dust. I'm wondering about the charged particles. I'm wondering about the iron oxide, the radiation, and the anticipation and the manifestation of the forestation, of the explosions of fires, and so goodness gracious, great balls of fire is what some people are starting to say. And let me just say real quickly, there's some other very traumatic information we're getting. I want to thank Agent RC. We're also finding out that the financial system will have to be reset on how the world's most wealthiest and most powerful people see things. Now they're talking, and we've been talking about this global reset. I brought it up about a month ago. I've brought it up several times in the past. I'm talking 4 or 5 years ago. 6 times in the world's history has there been a global reset where an empire ends up who is in control. Everybody's money was based on one major empire's currency value. We've seen it pass from time to time. We've seen it in the Babylonian Empire. We've seen it in the Roman Empire. We've seen it in the Persian Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the British Empire, the current American Empire. And some people think that the global reset, which will be the 7th time in history, maybe when it's reset to set up the beast kingdom. It's something we're watching right now. And certainly if you look at the biblical times we're in, it wouldn't shock me. That's going on right now. But also, we just found out through Forbes that it is true that a second stimulus check looks like is on the table now, where they would send $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month to every American that makes less than $96,000 a year could be getting a $2,000 a month stimulus package for 12 months. Are you serious? And this is to help get America over this financial crisis that would keep then bankruptcies. People wouldn't have to file bankruptcy. People wouldn't have to, lose their homes. It would slow this whole thing down and help the economy maybe turn around. $2,000 a month for every American over 18 years old. Unless you make $96,000 or more a month, then you wouldn't get anything. But everybody else would get $2,000 a month for a year. Now, this is on the table right now. Trump wants to do it. He says it's a way to preserve and to protect the American public from bankruptcy. The question is, how are we going to pay for it? I mean, what will that do to the currency value? And that's another big question. But maybe they've opened up those black budget accounts that they've been using for all kinds of different things that go on, space exploration, military, DARPA, all kinds of what they call dark budgets, black budgets, used for everything. Maybe Trump has uncapped it. Maybe he's found some of it. Maybe he's going to take it away from those areas and give it to the American people. Maybe he's going to do something else like, slow down the Fed. Maybe he's going to get the money from the Fed that's been piling it up over there and give the money back to the people. We don't know. Black budget accounts. There's a lot of money out there. Trump's been fighting this new world order every day, and he's trying his best to drain the swamp. So let's watch and see what's going on with that. Keep your eyes open. There's some heavy pushing and shoving going on in Congress over this right now. It could get ugly. Meanwhile, we're finding out that China and Canada are working together to create a COVID-19 vaccine, and they may start injecting people. They may start the inoculation. It's a deal being put together between Canada and China, a COVID-19 vaccine. They think they have it. It's very concerning because I'm nervous about China being involved in it, since this thing came out of China in the first place, and the whole relationship between China and the WHO, the World Health Organization. Trump fired the WHO, and all those leaked emails from Wuhu and the Wu flu and the Wong Shu and all that stuff, and all of the people dying everywhere, and they quit counting the deaths, and the bodies piling up, and the crematoriums and all that. And I'm nervous about this whole thing. Who's in charge of this? And they're going outside the United States with this. Is this all over whose pharmaceutical company is going to be the one that gets to implement the vaccine? And I'm not, anyway, does the vaccine even work? And is it mandatory? What about Bobby Rush and this bill that he's put on the floor at the Congress called HR 666666? I mean, seriously, HR 6666. And it's called tracing, touching, reaching, counting, Everyone, no, I don't want this. No, no. And so what is going on? And then we got another story that the mayor of Los Angeles has just announced that they may have to, they were opening up LA's economy. They were starting to open up the economy, but now they've had a rise in infections, and now they say they might shut the economy down again in Los Angeles till after August. What? So, and we got a 6.6 earthquake, guys, that has just rocked the Solomon Islands just a few minutes ago. And we have, of course, and I just reported on the locust plague completely out of control now in Pakistan and in India. And it's a second wave of locusts, 20 times more than the first wave, greater than maybe the plagues of Egypt. It's an apocalyptic, catastrophic, cataclysmic wave of locusts of biblical proportion. Now, we had 25 people saved today on our day broadcast this morning. 25 people saved. Stop for a minute and just pause for a minute and reflect on this a minute. And 11 people got saved a few minutes ago when I went live for 22 minutes. Now, God said in the last days, we're going to have plagues, we're going to have wars, rumors of wars, false Christ, false prophets shall rise. They'll deceive many. You see that. You'll hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there'll be famines, and there'll be pestilences, plagues, locusts, pandemics, coronavirus, Ebola, bubonic plague, AIDS, okay? And Zika, and all kinds of weird pathogens in diverse places, earthquakes, volcanoes. 6.6 quake just hit Solomon Island. Debris. Men's hearts will fail them for fear. The Bible said in the last days there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, in the stars. Distress of nations with perplexity. The sea, the waves, roaring. Men's hearts have failed them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Asteroids are going to be racing by. Fireballs, debris fields, wars, murder. Look what's going on today in Kabul, Afghanistan. The Taliban went into a maternity ward, killing 16 people, including pregnant women, babies, children. What is wrong with people? And you got the wormwood effect, Nibiru, Planet X, Planet number 9, the Goblin, the 5 waves of energy, the binary system, dead birds, dead fish, dead cows. We need more grace and mercy. The Bible said, but unless this gospel is preached unto all the world for a witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. Let me be very clear. There is no other name in heaven or given among men whereby men must be saved except by and through the name of Jesus Christ. No, I'm not Woody Harrelson sitting on top of a mountain in a camper hollering, it's so beautiful. This isn't the Deep Impact. This isn't 2012 with John Cusack. This isn't some guy on the side of the road with a sign saying the end is near. This is the end time gospel message of the coming of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You need to be rapture ready. Guys, they're getting ready to build a third temple. They're getting ready. People need to understand the beast kingdom is rising. The shelves are empty in a lot of our grocery stores. You can't even order meat from the butcher right now. There is infections. People are walking around America with a mask. There's no sporting events. You can't even go to church hardly. Everything is falling apart. Can you see the signs of the last days? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Let the mercy of God get in your heart. Start loving one another. Speak good about one another. Work with each other. Show love one toward another. Have mercy on one another. Have grace with one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. Seriously.